Kings who used marriage as a weapon. Imagine conquering half of Europe without ever drawing a sword. Imagine toppling empires, reshaping religions, and building dynasties that would rule for centuries, all from a marriage bed. While most kings waged war with armies, some of history's most ruthless rulers discovered a far more elegant weapon: marriage. And what they achieved was absolutely terrifying. Today we're diving into the dark art of matrimonial warfare, where wedding vows were battle strategies, and "I do" meant "I conquer." These aren't love stories. These are chess games played with human lives, where the stakes were kingdoms and the players were utterly ruthless. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a royal wedding the same way again. Before we begin, quick question. If you could acquire an entire country just by saying, "I do," would you marry someone you'd never met? Would you marry someone you didn't love? Would you marry your enemy? Keep that question in mind, because the kings we're about to meet answered yes without hesitation, and they changed the world because of it. Let's start with a couple that literally created Spain. 1. Ferdinand and Isabella, the marriage that created a superpower. It's 1469. The Iberian Peninsula is a fractured mess of competing Christian kingdoms. Castile and Aragon are rivals, constantly at each other's throats. Enter two teenagers, Isabella of Castile and Ferdinand of Aragon. Their marriage wasn't arranged by loving parents hoping for grandchildren. This was a calculated political coup. The power move. When Isabella and Ferdinand married, they didn't just unite two people. They united two kingdoms and created what we now know as Spain. But here's where it gets interesting. They didn't stop there. They had 5 children, and each one became a weapon. Their daughter Catherine, shipped off to England to marry Prince Arthur, securing an alliance with the emerging Tudor dynasty. When Arthur died, they married her to his brother, the future Henry VIII, because you don't waste a perfectly good diplomatic asset. Another daughter, Juana, married Philip of Burgundy. This single marriage eventually brought Spain control over the Netherlands, parts of Italy, and massive chunks of Central Europe through the Habsburg inheritance. One wedding, millions of subjects added to the Spanish crown. Their son Juan was married to Margaret of Austria, while daughter Maria went to Portugal, encircling their kingdoms with family alliances. But here's what they don't tell you in history class. These children were miserable.